What's up, YouTube? It's Daniel checking back in with a new video and a new topic for your ass. Now, this one, I want to talk about how I'm 46 and I'm still trying to get my shit together. I had a few problems along the way. You might want to say I bumped my head, scratched my knee, and fell into a really dark place. I was left for dead almost, it feels like. But that's how it is. Nobody's coming to save you in life. Nobody's coming to save you. You gotta save yourself. It's that real harsh reality that bites, that will bite you on your ass and make you wake up when you get in trouble and you fall down and you don't know what to do. You better do something, because it's serious. You can lose everything. Modern day life is a struggle, a constant struggle, like an uphill struggle, an uphill battle. It's like thankless work. The system doesn't care if you win or lose, so you gotta care, and you gotta be willing to do the work and put in a ton of work to get somewhere good. I underestimated how much work it takes to get to somewhere good. For my situation, I guess it's different for everybody, but I was kind of had wishful thinking, and I kind of took things for granted, and I was kind of like lost. I didn't know what to do, really. Didn't have anybody pointing the way or leading the way, and I was pretty apathetic. But some people have help. They get started in better places. They have a house given to them, or a good job, a good high-paying career. I didn't have that. I had to start from the dirt, from the bottom, and I went even lower into a big hole that I had to dig myself back out of mentally and financially. I've made some big mistakes financially by building a bunch of debt with credit cards that I'm paying for now. It's been how long has it been? Since like 2020 maybe. I wasn't in that much debt, but I got into the debt within a couple of years. I think right around 2022, 2022. Things got really bad, so I started charging credit cards like crazy, and that didn't help. I thought it was gonna be a good investment, and I tried to use them to make money, and I took a couple big losses. If things would have worked out how I wanted, I would have been able to pay it off and bounce back. But things didn't go that as planned, so I ended up in a really bad place. And then a couple times I took a big risk to go and get into a better opportunity, which those opportunities are just now panning out. It took like a couple years to even get a chance to still do those opportunities. That's what's crazy. It's like I thought I would get the opportunity and get the money back, but it took a couple of years. It's funny how some things can take, a lot of things take a year or two to happen. So you got to be willing to invest at least a year. And I feel bad because I didn't stick it out for a year at some places like I should have. If I would have stuck it out for a year, like I just stayed at a job for the year and then left, I probably would have been in a much better place. Stayed at a job for a year and saved up, and then I'd have been comfortable enough to make the next move. But I kind of rushed my moves to try to get to a bigger, better move, if that makes sense. But things are looking up a little bit this year. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say things are great, because it feels like I'm struggling still. Like things aren't as good as they could be. But I think if I stick it out this year for the full year, I'll be alright. I get kind of impatient, and this truck driving isn't that type of job. You have to be patient and stick it out and stay with a company for a while to build up experience, because truck driving is all about experience. Companies want drivers with experience. A lot of companies aren't paying that good, so it's hard to find a good opportunity in trucking. I've heard about people finding really good opportunities right off the bat and jumping into their own truck and making buku bucks, 100 grand, 200 grand a year. But that seems few and far between. There's a truck driver looking for a parking spot. That's another problem. It's always hard to find a place to park at night when you're tired and you can't see and it's dark and you're trying to park in some spot. It gets crazy. But I heard they're starting to try to build more parking lots for truck drivers, because they know it's a problem and they gotta develop it and build up the infrastructure. Like Elon Musk might be trying to help do it, which is kind of cool. It's one good thing for trucking. We have a couple bad things happening recently with the foreign driver problem, not speaking English. They're locking them up, shipping them out. Foreign drivers that are illegal and foreign drivers that don't care about safety. They're running hot. And foreign companies hiring foreign drivers and letting them run hot, which is kind of crazy, because those foreign companies shouldn't even be trying to do that to drivers. But it's already hard enough to drive 10 hours a day. I don't want to drive more than 10 hours a day. I don't want to go and run hot to try to make a bunch of money, because it just isn't worth it. You'll lose your CDL, which is a long-time investment, which can bring you money. If you take care of it, it can bring you money for the rest of your life. And I've only been doing OTR for a few months, but I feel like I'm broken in now, and I know what to do. I've been a lot of places. I'm kind of like getting used to it. You can say that because every day is different. Every day is a new challenge. There's a ton of different things you got to deal with out here. A ton of different problems, logistical problems, and it's mentally taxing or frustrating. Physically, it can be exhausting, mentally and physically, because you're just up all day from butt crack of dawn to late at night, and you sitting for a long time is harder than people think it is. Driving, you have to be aware of your surroundings at all times, so you have to pay attention for long periods of time. So people don't understand how hard it is. It's a really hard job. Truck driving is not an easy job, and it's dangerous. So to try to make people drive for 15 hours a day, it's ridiculous, because you're going to have problems. You're going to cause problems. We can see it now with the foreign people that don't take it serious. So I think they're trying to crack down. They're trying to arrest the foreign people that don't speak English. They're trying to make that a law. Can't speak English, you can't drive a truck. If you can't read English, you have to be able to read the English word sign. English words on signs, and they're having problems with that, but they're also having problems with them trying to cheat the game, so that's crazy. But I'm just trying to get my shit together, man. I've been out here for a few months, and I went back home for a little bit, for a few days, but it was all right. But it's like, it doesn't help my situation really going back. Feels kind of good to have a little vacation and get a little decompress, you know. So that was good. Got a little vacation, and I'm trying to maybe stick it out for the year, save up some money for my next move, which is I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, because I wouldn't leave this opportunity to go do something else, because it's too much of a risk, and I've done that before and lost a couple of times. Because I have another opportunity open up. So it's almost like, would you leave a bird in hand for two in the bush? It's like the same, would you leave a bird you have in your hand for two in the bush that you might not catch? It's a risk. It's a big risk, and I can't risk it. I've risked it before, and I lost big time. My car broke down, and I ran out of money, and it took me like 6 months to get back on my feet. I'm still trying to get back on my feet, really. I'm back on my feet now, actually. It took me like a year to get back. Let's see, I think it was last year. I was in this spot. I was doing good. I had money in the bank, and I took the risk, and it all went to shit. I don't know if you're following my journey, but you would see, like, I got stuck for a couple months and spent all my money. I had a bunch of money saved to get a couple months. I had like $5,000 saved to make a couple months, just to get to this opportunity to make like $5,000 a month. But it all fell apart because of some technical bullshit that took me 6 months to fix. Oh man, that was a trip. So I got all that straightened out. So next year I could make that move maybe, or I could make another move and stick it out here for the whole year and make a move into a different trucking company, or different trucking opportunity, like in the oil field or something. Because out there, I don't know if they'll hire me. It's hard to get in. It's really hard. You can take a risk going out there too. Like, you could go all the way to the oil field and not find work, but it could be worth it. Like, if you can find a good job out there, you can make like $100 grand. If I could go make 100,000 there for the year, that'd be good. That's the goal. Go make 100K and put most of it in the bank, and then invest and, you know, try to get out of the rat race and try to, so I don't have to be truck driving the rest of my life. Try to invest in something to help me escape the grind, because I can see a lot of truck drivers that are out here, you know, 20 years doing it and don't look like they have a lot. You know, they've been doing it forever. They don't look like they have a lot, but I don't know. Maybe they do have a lot. Maybe they have a ton of money and they're not even worried about money, and maybe they just still do it. But it just seems like I wouldn't want to be truck driving that old. Like, you know, when I'm 50, 55, I don't want to be on the road all the time. But I guess if you can control how much you're over the road, you don't have to work as much, and it'd be all right. But a lot of truck drivers have to be on the road 3 weeks at a time, or, you know, 4 weeks at a time. For 1 week off, it's just not a good lifestyle to live. So I want to be able to escape. I want to be able to invest in some things that can bring me income, passive income, like some rental houses, like buying a couple houses that I can rent out or something. So I don't have to worry about grinding all the time. I want to grind for a couple years and then be able to invest and leave the grind and enjoy a couple years. But that's a whole other thing in itself. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but that's my goal, to get enough money to invest and create a passive income, or a better income that I don't have to grind it out, because this isn't the life, bro. You don't even have a life out here. You barely exist. You're out here and you're going all day long, and so you're miserable and you have no relationships and you're just tired all the time. So it just sucks. It's almost like being in a 9-to-5 or having 2 jobs and working all the time. That's what trucking's like. Having 2 jobs that are far away and from everything because you never go back home. You're always gone. You might go back home a little bit, but you're mostly gone. But yeah, I'm trying to get my shit together, man. I'm tired. I don't have nothing to go back to, really. I have to get a couple things. I want to get a couple nice things. I want to have a couple nice things before I'm too old. You know, I don't want to end up like a lot of people. But alright, that's gonna do it for this video. I will see you in the next one.